I am Juliani Corral, and I'll be discussing the comparative politics prelim topics. So let's first define what comparative politics means is. So comparative politics is a study of politics in foreign countries or a world's political system or government. So, for instance, many people are wondering why there's a high level of gun violence in United States. So, it is mainly due of culture of fear. So, this culture of fear pushes Americans to resolve their conflicts through violence, which creates a cycle wherein fear begets violence, and violence which begets more fear, and which begets more violence, etc. So, what is the purpose of comparison? So, the purpose of comparison is to compare different countries, their institutions and party systems, to provide useful informations about the probable consequences of their political orders. So, therefore, in-depth understanding is the main goal of comparative politics. So, let us now proceed on the what are the methods of comparative politics. So the three comparative methods are the first comparing many countries, second is the comparing few countries, and third is the single country studies. So when comparing many countries, we use quantitative method or statistical method, while in comparing few countries, we use qualitative method or comparative method. So, let us now proceed to the difference of state versus nation. So, when we say state, it is more political, while nation, it is more ethnical. So, when we say nation, it is a large group of people with a strong bands of identity or unimagined community. So national identity are based on culture, religions, language, ethnicity, and their history. So now let us proceed to the state. So what defines state? So state defined as in four elements. First is the people, second is the territory, third is the government, and the fourth is the population or the sovereignty. So if one is missing here, then it is not a state. So in number one, in the people or population, so the only qualification for people or population is the more or less numerous. So meaning numbers are not important as long as they are people. So here we can say that a state can exist without nationals or foreign people. And number two is the territory. So it is a physical feature or physical state or physical characteristic of a state. So there are four territorial domains, which are the terrestrial, fluvial, maritime, and aerial. So in territory, there is a political possession, which means that we cannot give it away easily. So it portrays patriotism and nationalism. And the only qualification for here is that it should be definite, permanent, and fixed. And the third one is the government. So when we say government, it is an aggregate institution of the state, which created by law. So the only qualification for the government is of its own, meaning Filipino should be the one who rule or govern the country. So meaning foreign people or nationals are not allowed to govern the country because of its own. So and the last one is the sovereignty. So sovereignty, here we discuss the qualification of sovereignty is the great inhabitants of, or great bodies of inhabitants.